Hi, it's Simon from Bellavision here. I'm here today with Phil Dyson, who is the site controller for St Ives on the London-Edinburgh-London bike ride. Would you like to tell us about what's been going on in the build-up to this event?
Yes, well, we have to basically provide food and drink for all of the riders as they go through. Today it's going to be quite a challenge because there's 1,500 riders and they're all going to pass through here during the day. The last one will probably be about 9 o'clock. The first one came through at 7:45 this morning. It's just food and drink and toilet facilities today for them. Then of course when they come back we've got to do it all again, and then we have the additional thing that some of the riders will want to sleep to get some rest. So we've got in the gym of the school, we've got some beds that we can put them onto, so it's just another string to the operation.
And how's it gone in terms of sort of recruiting volunteers and support for this?
It's quite a traumatic exercise really, but it's gone well. I've recruited quite a few people from my own contacts and from other cycle events where I've been involved, either riding or just running the control itself on those, and then the event itself has recruited quite a lot of volunteers, and some of my volunteers here are people who had entered the ride and then found for one reason or another, whether it's injury or some other reason, that they couldn't ride it, and so they still want to take part, and so they come along. So there's half a dozen people in there at the moment that are riders who are feeling a bit frustrated that this is as close to it as they can get to it.
And are all volunteers fairly local to here? Or?
No, they're I suppose about a third of them are fairly local. There's quite a large chunk of the numbers come from Oxfordshire and Berkshire, because that's where I'm from. So it's people that I've recruited locally, and friends that have come along to give support, including my wife, in fact, who gets roped into these sort of things. She doesn't object.
And in terms of what sort of challenge these guys are encountering, or these guys and girls?
Well, you imagine riding 1,436 kilometres, and I think you can probably think of most of the challenges in the first few moments. But it's obviously a very long way. They are going to be sleep challenged. They are going to be very, very tired by the end of it. The northern section of the ride through Yorkshire, County Durham, and across into the lowlands of Scotland. There's a few hills there, and one of the signs that we will have when they are leaving, when they're going back south, is to remind them that Essex is not flat. So if they're thinking that, having just come across a bit of the fens, that they've got more of the same going back, they're going to have a rude awakening. It's just a very, very long time to be sitting on a bike.
And classic British weather. It was absolutely torrential downpour yesterday, and today it's bright sunshine at the moment.
Yes, the weather forecast so far has been right, but it's just long. Hopefully, they're going to see. If they're out for 4 days on British roads, they're going to see rain at some stage. It's inevitable, but they hopefully are prepared for it. We've had a lot of people coming in this morning with having punctures. I suspect that's largely because this is the fastest group. The first riders off are a pre-selected group of faster riders. I suspect they're riding thin tyres, and the flints of the hills in Essex are notorious for thin tyres. And so hopefully as the more regular tourists come along, going a little bit more slowly, they'll be on bigger, heavier tyres, because they're used to doing the long distances on those sort of tyres. A lot of the early riders, of course, are the German and French and Italian riders, and I think they're used to rather better roads than we have here.
Yes.
Because that's another hazard that they've got to face, is the sheer number of potholes and rough roads that they will find. That's my phone.
So you've been involved with this since 2009. Any sort of advice or wisdom that you'd encourage people to pick up on?
For the riders?
Yep.
I think preparation is everything, and just to make sure that they are used to riding long distances. They don't have to ride 1,400 kilometres to see that. There are plenty of events of up to 600 kilometres, which give you a pretty good idea of what it's like to ride a multi-day event, because you can't ride 600 kilometres in one day. So ride a multi-day event and see how you get on with it, and see how you manage your sleep and your hydration and everything else. It's a big challenge.
Yeah, excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time,
Very welcome.
and best of luck with today and when they come back through on was it Wednesday, Thursday?
Yeah, Tuesday they start. A few on Tuesday, more on Wednesday, a lot on Thursday. So if any arrive on Friday, they're too late.
Excellent. Well, best of luck.
Okay, thank you very much indeed.